In this video, we are going to learn very important and useful concept in Java, methods. Let us start with simple real life analogy. Imagine you are using a washing machine and when you click wash button, it starts to wash your cloth. And when you click dry button, it starts to dry your cloth. So what exactly happens that each button performs a specific task when you order it to do. In a similar way, if I have a program, and as you know, the program is a set of instructions, and while we are working in programming, it may be possible that my program is of thousands of lines. So one of the better and best way is that I divide program into small tasks or small code or mini programs. These programs actually are known as methods or in functions in other languages. So we divide a program into small tasks, and as when I need to perform particular task, I call the particular code and execute it. As when I need to wash a cloth, I do not write the code to wash again and again. Instead, I have created a button in my washing machine. I press it and my cloth get washed and dry whenever I ask washing machine to do that task. So in a similar way, I divide a program into say task 1, task 2 or a name of a function, whatever you want to do is to give to the function. And when I need a particular code to be get executed or block of code to be get executed in a program, I call that method and my task get executed, and I call the method or task only at the time I need it. So what exactly I am doing it? I am avoiding to repeat the code again and again. Suppose in a program I need to add a number in line number say 30, and in line number 60 again I need to add a number. So I can reuse the code and I do not write this code again and again. Instead, I give a particular block inside which I write that code. I can organize the code properly and make it very easier for a user to understand it. So let us understand what exactly they are actually the block of code that perform a specific task, and it allows to reuse, organize and make easier to understand. In this, so now I am in my IDLE, and as you can see, I have already created a class named methods demo and created a function or method named public static void main string args, which act as an entry point of my Java program. Now it comes a time to create a method. So in order to create a method, you always have to remember that method is another method other than main method. So it should be created outside main. So this is my opening bracket of main method and closing of main method. So here I will declare my method number 1. I say it as name greet. And as you can see that we always write public static as a keyword while we are calling the method in a class. I will write public static, which is very common while I call a method from a class. Then it has no return type, so I will have no return type, so value is white. Name of the method is greet. As I am not passing any parameters, so we have opening and closing parenthesis, and then curly braces opening and curly braces closing. As I want to say that this is method with no parameters and no return value, so I will write system dot out dot println welcome to method lesson 1, and then I will write no parameters and no return value, and we close it. And as our method is already declared and defined, now we call it here using the name of method followed by opening closing parenthesis and semicolon. Now we save it. You can see our first method, that is with, now we save it. You can see our first method, that is with no parameters and no return value get called. Now we move to our next. Now we are going to discuss a methods with parameter and no return value, for which we have to write a method as public static, which is common while we are writing method inside a class. It is of no return type, so void, and the name of method, which is taking input. So we are writing it greet input as the name of the method. And we are taking one input value here. So we are taking a name of a person. So I give it string name. And as it is a method, so it is an opening and closing bracket. Then I have to print a statement. That is what input I have taken. I have to print that dot println, and then I write welcome to method 2 with method L2, lesson number 2, that is no return value and with parameters. Yes, I have included a parameter and no return value, and I have to print the name of the parameter here and then semicolon. So this is what we have mentioned here. Now we call this method in our main function. So in order to call this method, we will write the name of method as greet input, and we pass value as name, say Ravi here. So we pass the name here, and you can see when I call this method, my name will get displayed. So first method is our parameter with no parameter and no return value, and welcome to L2 with parameter and no return value. That is, I pass the parameter but value is not written. Now I want another method in which I have no parameters but I return the value. So suppose I want a method which returns some value inside it. So I will write keyword public static, and I want to return a type. So say I want to return int type. So I say int, type of the method, and I say get number. Name of the method is get number, and as it is a method, I have it's an opening and closing bracket, and it will return method 3 with no parameter and return value. Close this and I return some value here. So I say return 100, and when I want to get it, I declare a number int number equal to get number, and then system dot out dot print ln, and then you will print number. Now we will run this program. You can see method phase 3. I call this method. I write this statement so that you can come to know that this method is get called. So I write method 3 with no parameters and return value, which return value 100, which gets saved in integer type number, and we print the integer. Now we are calling another method with parameters and return value. So to call this method, we will write public static and then parameter and return value. I will say int, and then I will call the name of the method, say add. I will add int a and int b, and as it is a method, it has opening and closing braces, and inside it I will call a function, say int c equal to a plus b, and I will say return c, and return C, and here I call this method up out here as int result equal to, I call the method add and pass 10 and 20 here. So this is the value of result, and then system dot out dot println method 4 with parameter and return value result is, and then plus result after it semicolon. So I call this for method and you can see the output here. Pass value 10 and 20 and the value is 30 here. So in this way you learn that methods are a block of code to perform a specific task, and they are of four types: with no parameters, no return value; with parameters and no return value; no parameters and return value; and with parameters and return value. We will learn more about the methods